Some of you, this might seem very simple. If that's the case, then I really want you to focus on form and focus on making sure you and your neighbor pretty much have the same kind of work and everything is there. So, if anything else, just focusing on presentation, making it look just perfect. Also, for some of you, you can also do some checks. If you've finished every problem already, like you know you need to get a 0 next to the variable and get your answer. Remember, bring it straight down. Bring equal sign straight down. Does this equal -8 or -16? -16. So once you get your answer, please verify. So 16 plus 12, does that equal -12? And if you get the same thing on both sides, then it does check out. But that's what I would like you guys to do all the way down every problem. First step, let's go to 11, if you haven't already. 2 negatives. First step is rewrite it. We'll be walking around checking that on 11 through 12, or 11 through 14, that the first step written down on all these is simplifying the signs. Don't subtract or anything, add anything to both sides. Rewrite it. So 2 negatives, negative positive. Just focusing on very small, basic facts, just to make sure we all have them. If you haven't already, write that down. On 15. Done this yet? Make sure you have it. Anything we get down here? What divided by 7 equals 7? What divided by 7 equals 7? 14. 14 divided by 7?
49.
Equals 2. What divided by 7 equals 7?
49.
49. 49 divided by 7 equals 7, right? So some of these, you can talk it out and decide what it equals before you start, but you still have to prove it. Still have to prove it for algebra. So then we can do a check over here, 49 over 7. Okay, does that equal 7? Right, and yes, it does. Checks out. And refraction means divide. It says some number divided by 2 or cut in half is 4. Divided by. Positive divided by negative equals positive or negative. So watch your sign. Positive, negative equals a negative. Right below it, divide both sides by -20. Negative divided by a negative, just like on the front. Same idea. Negative and a negative is a positive, right? Same thing. Negative and a negative, positive. Zeros cancel out. Same as a 10 canceling out. 28 divided by 2 is 14. Okay. Then please prove 14 times 20 equal -280. Okay. Check it out, make sure it is correct. When you get to the last few, just make sure you use the reciprocal when you're solving. You can use the reciprocal on all these. Multiply both sides by 7 over 1. Multiply both sides by 3 over 2. When you do the side, make sure the 3 is on top, 2 is on the bottom. Multiply both sides by 8 over 1. 8 is on top, 1 is on the bottom. You see how I'm placing everything on purpose in a very meaningful way, not just randomly putting whatever I want. But when I write it over here, 7 over 2, put the 7 right next to the 5. 2 is on the bottom. Keep going like that. Of course, simplify it. Show me that you know that these 3's cancel out, these 2's cancel out. So we have negative 9 times 3 is negative 27 over 2. And you can just leave your answer just like that. We're going to be getting away from the place where all your answers are always, these nice whole numbers that, there's never any fractions. We've got to get to a better place. So it's okay if you have some fractions. Things might cancel out, but if they don't just assume you're incorrect. Negative 5 times 7 and over 2. Okay. Let's look at 16 really fast. Join to 16. More of the same, just 2 steps instead of 1. And then you are going to show every single step. Every single step. So this is the 1 step. This is the format I'd like you to do it in as well. Remember to drop everything straight down. So 4x, drop that straight down. Equal sign straight down. And negative 35 minus 5, does that equal negative 30 or negative 40? Negative 40. And then, of course, finish it up. Again, dropping the variable straight down. X equals, dropping the equal sign straight down. Negative 40 divided by 4. Negative 10. So if anything, this is just more review for you. Focus on lining everything up. Notice how the variables just line straight up all the way down to the answer. So keep just dropping the variable straight down. Don't squeeze it closer to the equal sign and make it smaller. Just keep it all lined up. Do that all the way down. Some of these have the variable first and the number. You go down here, they have the number first and the variable. So you're remembering you don't just do whatever the second number is. It's just you have to see if there's a variable or not. So here we have 5m equals 35. Flip it on over. Oh, getting down to 13. Okay, what is wrong with this? Why is that wrong? Why is that incorrect?
Negative.
Yeah, so this should be, there's a minus sign here, that's also a negative. So if I cancel this out, notice how it does not cancel out the sign. So you still have a negative. And in that case, think of it as a negative 1 and divide both sides by negative 1. Negative divided by negative is positive. Oh, it is 4, right? It is 3. Negative divided by negative is positive. There we go. And we can always verify. You might have looked at this from the beginning and said, well, 5 minus what equals 2? Well, 5 minus 3 is 2. I kind of knew that answer ahead of time. You still have to show the algebra to prove that's the answer. It's not about you
knowing the answer, and then if you know the answer, that means you don't have to prove it any longer. You still have to prove it. So when you get to here, oh, is 5 minus 3 2? Yep. No problem. All right. So what I'd like you to do is on 16, go down the problems together with your neighbor, one by one, right? And make sure you're writing the exact same thing in the exact same way, helping each other out. Some of you are already done because you got ahead. Please help each other, your neighbor out, and make sure you guys are writing the same thing, keeping it neat and organized, all the way down. Okay? All right. And you have the rest of this period to work